This is the date. What's today?
Bro,
It's
just have a conversation.
February 9th, 2024. And this conversation is about will Bitcoin still exist in, let's say the next 10 years, and will everybody adopt that? I don't believe it. I don't believe it because I don't believe it that the technology is not good. I don't believe it because they won't give up that control to people to have financial freedom. Now, this guy right here, for some reason, believes that people actually control their destiny with money. They do not. The dollar is there is put for a reason. That dollar is there is to control, not just to control us, to control the world economy. Now, if they don't control the dollar, they don't control the world economy. So that's why it's never going to work, and that's why they'll destroy it. And if they do create something that is digital, it'll be their own. It'll be called the dollar, crypto, whatever, dollar coin.
I think they will. They will create.
But your money will be worthless.
I think they will create the dollar stable coin. Yes, they will, and back it up by something real.
It won't be Bitcoin.
It cannot be backed up by something fake like what it is today. Today, what gives the dollar its value today?
So let's start over. What gives the dollar value?
Yeah.
I was saying that's a great question. And you have to ask yourself, what gives anything value? Let's say I have a car and I go take it to so-and-so, some dealer, and they say, I'll give you $500. Go to the next dealer, he says, I'll give you $600. Put that thing in a private market, and some guy says, I'll give you $10,000. Demand decides what something is worth.
Do you believe that's the same case with the US dollar?
Huh?
Do you believe that's the same case with the US dollar? It's a supply and demand left. It's a supply and demand thing?
At this moment it is. But let me tell you something. Did you think Kanye West was unstoppable?
Kanye West?
Yeah. Did you think he was untouchable?
I didn't know. I can't say.
The guy went from being a billionaire to being worthless? Why?
I can't really say.
Because he went against him.
No, I think we took the wrong. We should have stayed in the right. It's okay.
Yeah, we should have. Yeah, bust that down. Now, if you heard the speech with Putin went off on the United States for how they use the dollar against people. And that's what they do. And, more specifically, that's what you would do.
Yeah.
Is they use the dollar. So there's no way, the only way that the dollar loses value is if they create something else, but they still control it. Simple as that.
But I don't agree that with the dollar gets its value from supply and demand. I believe that the dollar gets its value from the people's trust in the Federal Reserve and the government. Because that's the only
Wait a minute,
thing.
Trust. It depends on what you mean by trust.
It means that
I think what you're saying is control, right? It's like who's part of the club, right? You have NATO, right? You have all these countries who are part of the club.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, those are the guys that are on top, The Russian, whatever the ruble they call it, ruble?
No, I'm talking about the people,
nothing.
not the governments.
Huh?
I'm talking about what gives the dollar its value aside from these big transactions from the big companies. If the people lost trust in the dollar, do you really think it's going to be worth what it's worth today?
But they won't allow that.
Why not?
Well, for the fact that that'll be an economic crash. There would be no. It would kind of reset. Everything would reset. They control the whole market, so they can't.
But what would happen? But here's the question. There's a very important question. You cannot deny or skip this small question or detail. Is that what would happen if the people all of a sudden were like, you know what? Screw the US dollar. I don't even want to deal with the US dollar because the government keeps printing it over and over and over. It's not backed by gold. The inflation is crazy. I'm looking at all the other assets, like the digital assets, like BTC, like Ethereum, like whatever it is, like even gold, physical gold, and it's still solid. It just keeps, it's anti-inflationary. So why will people going to continue getting screwed over and over and over by the US dollar if there is a more steady alternative?
But you're hypothetically saying if this happens. I'm telling you, they have control over it if it does or doesn't.
Okay, so what would they do? What would they do?
Would they do what?
If they move to crypto, if people just all of a sudden were like, you know what, this is impractical.
But you know that
it's
people are sheep.
anti-inflationary.
But you know that people are sheep.
Exactly.
They just follow whatever they tell them.
But also, if there is a big amount of people, a large amount of people that is following where the money is, and they're following Bitcoin, people are going to open up to Bitcoin more and more and more, and it's going to bring them.
No, people don't do that. People follow what the big guys do, and that's what happens. That's simple. That's how everything goes. Just follow the crowd. So if this guy says this is, he's a famous rapper, and he says this is the coolest shirt, right? And it's all it says is a stupid word, right? I could have printed that shirt, right? Nobody would have bought it because Kanye said it, or Tupac or Biggie said it. Everybody's gonna go buy it. It's the same thing with the economy.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't know why you believe that people have power here. I mean, if you ever look in the whole history, I mean, maybe I used to think that like, oh, we're advancing as a society, where that we were understanding what was going on, but you see shit that's going on right now that's like, whoa, how is this shit still happening in today's world? Because everything's run by these guys, this corporate world. It's just the corporate world. That's what it is. If you don't join us, you're gonna be asked out.
I think that the latest moves that happened with the Bitcoin ETF by one of the biggest financial management company in the world, BlackRock, by them accepting Bitcoin as an ETF, and also all the major governments that have been pouring money into Bitcoin as well, all the big corporations that have been pouring money from their cash reserves into Bitcoin as well. That's a testimony that them realizing that Bitcoin is going to hold its value for the long term, and is going to keep going up and up and up, because it's not with their advantage. They just follow where the money is. These big guys want to go where the money is.
That's what you think. They don't follow nobody. I mean, if you believe that, then you're
I believe
bro,
they want to manipulate where they can make the most amount of money. That's why they got into Bitcoin.
They can do whatever exactly. That's why they got into Bitcoin, and that's why
manipulate.
That's why the Bitcoin even exists right now, because they're gonna make their money. They're gonna steal the people's money because people are putting their money in it. That's.
So you believe it's gonna crash?
Yeah, they're gonna take it out, bro.
To zero?
Yeah.
You believe Bitcoin's gonna go zero?
It's gonna be worthless. I don't know when, but it's gonna crash.
That's a very big statement to make, Mohammed.
That's what I believe. I mean, I don't base it off of any technology. I just understand the world and how these guys work. It's almost like a mafia. That's what they are. They're a mafia. They're not gonna let the people have any kind of control of their finances, bro. They're not gonna let people send money here and you take money, and then if they could do that, they have no control over people.
But let me ask you this. You brought up a good point. What if they tried to ban it? What would happen?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. They don't have to.
If they said, we want to crash Bitcoin, we're taking our money out. Bitcoin is a hazard. Bitcoin is a medium for money laundering. Bitcoin is this. Bitcoin is evil. Bitcoin is that. It's a way to evade taxes. This is about whatever. And they try to take it out. What's gonna happen?
I don't know. Tell me what's gonna happen.
No, you presented the argument that they're going to take it out. And do you know what the consequences of them attempting to suppress a free money world?
Consequences?
Yes.
No.
What's the consequences?
None. There's no consequences.
So what's gonna happen to Bitcoin eventually
If
they took out all their money? Well, obviously the value is gonna go down. We know this.
okay, let's say
But how are they gonna take it out?
let's say we have a prosperous country, right? And this country decides that they want to do everything on their own, a la Russia right now, right? What have they been doing to Russia's name? What have they doing about this country?
What do you mean they're gonna do everything on their own?
Russia does not want to be part of their so-and-so, and they don't want them to be part of it, so they're going to try to make them look as bad as they can.
Part of what? The NATO? You talking about the NATO?
NATO, about the world economy. They just don't want...
Russia has been rebellious.
They don't want them to be a player.
Yeah, Russia has been rebellious from the West.
And
you know, we have two superpowers in the world: Russia, China, Iran, and the West. So, you know, you got the BRICS nation and you got the West nation.
Okay, but does that make Putin evil?
No,
right now
the
United States was considered the saint, the protector of the world, but yet they bombed everybody. They killed millions of people, right?
Okay.
U.S. good, Russia bad. How does that work? Because they created the narrative. They control the storyline. So with Bitcoin, they can attack it any way they want.
Sure, they're gonna control the narrative, right? We agree with that. We agree with that. I agree 100%.
You're talking about is what's the consequences?
Yes.
There is no consequence.
The value is gonna go down. We know this. Like crazy, it could crash. Sure, no problem. We know this. But why is it taking them this long? You don't think they think like 1,000 steps ahead of us?
They do.
Okay, so why is it taking them 10, 11, 14 years from the founding of Bitcoin for them to take it down?
Why haven't they taken it down yet?
Yeah.
It doesn't affect them anymore. It doesn't affect them right now. We're just trying to do saying adoption.
Bro, what
adoption.
Do you mean it doesn't affect them? It's almost reaching a $1 trillion market cap. It is a $1 trillion market cap.
But it's not affecting them. It's not affecting them. It's not. You're saying take over, which adopt means, right? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying Bitcoin is definitely going to be a mainstream asset in the future for everybody to invest in and buy.
You're saying adopt, right?
Well, not necessarily as a currency, as a commodity, yes.
But who cares then?
As a commodity, yes.
Then who cares then? If it's just going to be something that's traded like a painting, a Van Gogh painting.
Like gold.
Then who cares? We're talking about a currency, a world currency. If it threatens the world currency, the Federal Reserve, they will take it out.
But the thing is, the world currency is already failing on its own. We know that any world currency, doesn't matter if it's a dollar, doesn't matter if it's Chinese yen, whatever it is, the world currency, there's no single fiat currency that lasted over 100 years.
And they don't care.
It all ends up with a collapse.
And they don't care.
It's gonna collapse. The dollar is going to collapse.
And they don't care. And they're not.
Do you agree with this at least?
Yes, but it doesn't matter though, because they don't. It doesn't matter because they're gonna still control it.
So you don't think they're looking for like a serious, legitimate alternative to replace the U.S. dollar for them to stay in power?
You know what gives the United States power is that they can print money. Where am I exiting, by the way? Central what? Power is the ability to print money. Now you're telling me you want them to adopt something that is controlled and they have no control over it, and how much they can print and how much they can make? No. Look how much money they're printing right now, bro. It's unlimited. It's paper.
I'm just saying they're going to use it for their advantage, just like everything else.
For their advantage.
Tesla is a state-of-the-art company. They're going to pump it for their advantage. Facebook, same thing. Whatever, like, let me give you another example. Okay? When the social media tech bubble came out. Why didn't they say, okay, you know what, this is revolutionary technology, we don't have knowledge of it, we don't know where this is going, so we're just gonna suppress it. Let's just take everything down. Let's take all social media out, all of it, instead of giving it a crazy evaluation. Even Amazon was part of the tech bubble. Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, all these, Google, all these companies, all came around the same time. Why didn't they take all these companies out if this is something new, revolutionary, they didn't understand? Simple question.
That doesn't make sense, bro. I mean,
A simple question.
Why did they take out revolutionary
A
companies?
revolutionary tech company in the tech bubble when the evaluation went crazy, skyrocketed. When everybody was saying, "Oh, it's gonna go to zero.
Okay.
It's worthless.
I think-
It's
I think-
a software."
I think a better question is what if somebody created a new fighter jet that almost moves like a what do you call it? Like a flying saucer, and it would destroy any F-16. Now what happens? What does that become? That becomes a what? A threat.
Disruptive technology.
It becomes a threat. There's a difference between disruptive. There's a threat. It's all about control. It's about who has the power. Now, right now, the dollar is the power of the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is traded. When they go buy stuff and whatever, everything
Do
trades
you
in dollars.
think the power of the world right now is that powerful? Losing 60% of its value over the last 4 years?
Yeah.
Is that
It still
power to
controls
you?
everything. It still controls everything. Does the U.S. not control everything? The world economy? You said the dollar. The dollar's inflation was 3%. Compare that to the rest of the world's inflation.
83%, bro.
It's 3% right now.
It lost 60% over the last 4 years.
No. It's
Yes,
3%.
look at it. Before COVID to
Compare-
after COVID, it lost 60% of its value.
Compare everybody else's.
Inflation rate is at an all-time high. Inflation.
Compare everybody else's to the U.S. dollar, and see who had the biggest decrease in value. It's not the United States.
That's
dollar.
what I'm saying. Bitcoin and gold destroyed the dollar when it comes to inflation.
Well, it's not. Bro, you're talking about something that's not even a currency. How you gonna say compare that to it? It's a damn stock.
Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency.
It's a stock.
It's a cryptocurrency, bro.
Stock. Currency. Until somebody.
That's what it is.
Until,
It's a new, disruptive, revolutionary technology to allow you to send money anywhere in the world, anytime, fast, secure,
bro,
without the control of any government, which that's
Who
what
you-
gives
who-
it power.
Who are you working for? Who are you working for? Like who are you? You're giving all these different.
I'm just trying.
Who you working for? So when I say who
I'm
you,
just trying
what
to
I'm saying-
explain
hold
to you
on, what I'm
what
saying-
gives Bitcoin its power over the U.S. dollar.
Since when? Okay, but since when do people have power? Since when? In what time
But
in history?
Bitcoin, you know,
In
Bitcoin
what
is
time
not
of history?
only backed by people. You know this. Right now, we have central bank investing in Bitcoin. We have government investing in Bitcoin. We have
Bro, the central
organizations,
bank-
companies
The
investing in
central
Bitcoin.
bank, the central bank probably owns 80% of the Bitcoin right now, probably.
No, I disagree with that. I disagree with that. All the numbers are public. All the wallet addresses.
I just
are
don't
public.
understand. I don't understand your understanding of. It's almost like you have a false hope, to give people something to be like, hey, I have my financial freedom. It's the same way of like saying, why do we have to pay taxes?
Well,
No,
you
bro,
know what?
You're under control, bro. You're
You
always
know
gonna
what?
be under control, and that's just the way it is.
Okay, to a certain degree. To a certain degree. I truly believe Bitcoin in that aspect. It is, even if they wanted to ban Bitcoin, what's going to happen is, going back to that point, what's going to happen is that anyone with a phone and a connection to the internet will be able to send and receive Bitcoin. And if they were to even attempt to do that, Bitcoin still have a huge following. Bitcoin still have a lot of believers that will not going to let it go. Matter of fact, it's going to do a huge political split if they even tried to attempt to take it down. Because you have a lot of people backing it up. You have a lot of companies backing it up. So it's going to bring all these free people
Bro,
to support it and go behind it. Not just people. Mark my word. Mark my word.
Bro.
Hold on.
Bro.
Mark my word. Not just people, but even companies as well.
companies. Who owns the
Even
companies?
companies.
BlackRock owns all the companies. Vanguard owns all the companies. What companies?
That's what I'm saying. So why are they not taking it down yet?
Because they're making money out of it.
Because they're taking advantage
They
of
were-
it.
they were-
Because they know there's
they
no
were
the
dying to
same
have an
exact
ETF.
reason they supported freaking the tech bubble, the tech companies.
No, bro, that's way
Yes,
different.
because it's disruptive technology.
No,
That's what it is.
no, it's not.
You said you don't care about technology, But it's all interconnected, ya Muhammad.
It's not.
It is all interconnected.
It's not
This
even
they
close.
they
You're
think
comparing
they think
apples
ahead
to
of us.
oranges,
They're not
bro.
like us, ya Muhammad. They
Bro,
think
but
ahead of us.
No, you're way off. It's not technologies. It's not. The actual concept is technology, but they're talking about the final outcome is not technology. You can't compare some guy who creates a car, who creates this and he creates that for better society, and they end up taking over the country, taking over the what do you call it? They're not going to give up the control.
What happened?
What
happened with Tesla?
Even when you have
What
companies,
happened with Tesla?
even when you have companies,
Hold on. You said you can't pretend that someone can come up with a car and take over the car industry.
I didn't say that.
That's what you just said.
No, I didn't say that. I said you can't expect what do you call it? Them just to sit back and let
You just changed your words, bro.
You change whatever I'm saying.
No, say what you just said earlier about the car.
My sense
About the car.
I'm saying when technology, you make some technology for the better of people. That's just technology.
Just can you say again what you said about the car?
Rewind it and see it.
No, just
No, rewind it because I don't know what you're talking about.
We're talking. You said you can't pretend like someone creates a car and takes over the world with it.
I didn't say that. Rewind it. You want to rewind it? Play it back.
You don't know what you just said?
I didn't say
so
that.
So we're just having like a conversation, and you
Bro,
don't remember.
Why would you want to sit here and waste 5 minutes on the video to say I said this if you don't want to play back? Play back. Play what I said. If you're having somebody who makes something that's better for society, whatever, you can't compare that to somebody who wants to take over the country.
I still don't understand that point.
How do you not understand that point, bro?
I still don't understand.
I've been trying
what
to
is
say,
the guy creating a car and then end up taking over the country?
This is the last I'm going to say. This is about control, okay? Yahud have control. Yahud control everything when it comes to the money, to every politics.
I don't disagree with that. So I'm still trying to understand why are they going to stop Bitcoin?
Finish it. Why would they give people the ability, not just people, let's say the countries. Why would they let countries to have freedom of where they can't control them?
Why are they letting that happen with gold?
What do you mean why they have that with gold?
Why are they letting that happen with gold? Everybody can buy gold right now. Why aren't they shutting it down?
But what country uses gold as a what do you call it, currency? What?
Not as currency, as a commodity, as something to store, as a store of value.
Bro, but you're gonna try to compare Bitcoin to being commodity to gold?
Stop dodging my questions, man.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying, why aren't they shutting down gold if it's something that is decentralized? Why anybody can buy gold right now? Why aren't they stopping it? Anybody can invest in gold and make money, right? Anywhere in the world.
But you're inventing something right now. You're inventing something. There's a difference between something it's been since for the beginning of time. Gold has been a currency, and you want to invent something.
It's the same concept.
No, it's not.
It's the same concept.
It's not.
We're talking about we have a limited supply.
No, you want
something.
You want freedom amongst people.
No.
That hey, you know what? Nobody knows how much money I have.
Just because that happened to be one aspect of it, doesn't mean that that's all I'm advocating for. All I'm just saying is that this is a disruptive technology, and they cannot stop, and because of that, it gets a lot of its power.
No, because they allow gold. They allow gold because they have it all.
You know where we're going?
It says Toyota.
Yeah.
But we can have this. We've had this argument plenty of times. Like I said the record is not to debate you because no matter what,
no, I want. It's good to debate because that's how you get to to better understanding and to better conclusions.
But
that's why we're having this debate.
But you already knew my.
I know. Yeah, I know.
So I don't know why you're trying to change
I'm not trying to change. I'm just trying to challenge an idea.
I'm just here to pick up a car.
Hey guys, we got caught up with work. We had to stop the debate right here. Let us know in the comments below. Are you team BTC or are you team US dollar and BTC is going to zero? Let us know in the comments below what you think is the future of either or and why you think that way. And also, if you would like to see part 2 of this debate, also let us know in the comments. And depending on the demand, then we might post another video about the same topic. maybe in a more organized manner. And until next time, guys, peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.